And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth as we are atop of the Spearfish Spartans High School gym for another girls basketball, high school basketball doubleheader, starting with girls Class AA action as we got another good one on our hands, exclusively on KDSJ-TV as the number 5 ranked Spearfish Spartans looking to host the Harrisburg Tigers tonight. This afternoon here on KDSJ-TV, as it's our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. Again, being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair in Spearfish and Sturgis. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish and off exit 32 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. Again, welcome into the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Again, live atop here at the Spearfish High School gym. Don't know why our graphics are not working on KDSJ-TV for some reason. But again, welcome back into the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth as we were here just last night as Spearfish dropped a contest to Brandon Valley last night. Here on KDSJ-TV and KDSJ Radio. As Spearfish, they have now dropped to 4-3 on the young season still. As again, they lost to Brandon Valley 76-61. In last night's girls varsity action, meanwhile, Harrisburg, they dominated the Douglas Patriots last night in Box Elder 58-25. And that's how Harrisburg gets to a record of 4-2. Spearfish still ranked in the top 5. Probably won't be after tonight, but they still hold on to that number 5 spot for the ending of this week, and they look to make it 2 wins in a row versus the Harrisburg Tigers, as these two teams last met in February, where Spearfish ended up getting the win over the Tigers by a score of 61-52. Harrisburg is 6-1 versus the Spartans in the past 7 contests, but Spearfish has won the last one. It's our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. We will come back to lay the foundation to this matchup, being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete in Spearfish, as we'll lay the foundation with head coach of the Spearfish Lady Spartans, the head coach, that is Dakota Johnson. She'll join us next right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. As we'll be back to lay the foundation to this matchup after this 2-minute timeout.
Built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers return again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is everywhere you need us to be. On the sidelines, supporting our local athletes, at our clinic locations throughout the region, and at our Ortho Express walk-in clinic when you don't have time to wait. We're here when you need us, working as a team to make your comeback stronger than ever. Getting stronger, getting better, getting you back to your best self. The life of an athlete has its uncertainties, wins and losses, injury and recovery. In the Black Hills area, athletes can always count on Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for whatever moves you.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heiserling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heiserling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heiserling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heiserling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
Head coach Dakota Johnson again joining us with our Jake's Collision Repair pregame show here on KDSJ Sports. Now switching gears over to the Harrisburg Tigers, as you guys will see them this weekend as well. 4-2 on the year. What does Harrisburg do so well that you guys need to prepare for?
Harrisburg will take it to you just like Brandon. They kind of are in a dribble drive offense, and they're super aggressive getting to the rim. And no different. We got to make sure that we're taking that away, that we're solid defensively and not getting into, the reaching and the foul trouble and that sort of thing. So making sure that we just control the tempo. They like to push the ball. Very, very similar game plans that we've had for this week going for both of these teams. So that part is nice, but we just need to be able to execute that in back-to-back nights.
A very sophomore-heavy team is the Harrisburg Tigers. They do have some experience, but a lot of sophomores on this year's team for the Tigers. How can you take advantage of their inexperience here on Saturday?
Sure, they have sophomore next to their name, but I think that they're still athletic and they're executing well. I've got a lot of respect for both the Harrisburg and the Brandon Valley coaches in how they get their girls to execute and the competitiveness that they have. And so really we don't worry about that side of things. We just need to make sure that we're worried about us taking care of business. We know what they're trying to execute, and we're just going to try to take that away from them regardless of who's on the floor.
And finally, Coach, what are your keys to a win versus Harrisburg?
We got to make sure that we stop their dribble drive. We're solid defensively and that we execute offensively. A little bit different defense compared to Brandon Valley, so we need to make sure that we're on our game and executing regardless of what kind of defense is thrown at us this weekend.
Awesome. Well, Coach, that's all I got for you here with our Jake's Collision Repair pregame show, and good luck this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you.
Throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
And welcome back into the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth here atop of the Spearfish High School gym as we are laying the foundation to this matchup, being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete in Spearfish. You can give them a call at 210-2320. As we just heard from head coach Dakota Johnson talking about the Harrisburg Tigers and what they do well offensively, defensively. It's going to be a similar style of game that we saw last night, she thinks, versus Harrisburg, as it's going to be a very physical game as well, as whoever controls the glass and gets more points in the paint will have a great spot, will be in a great spot to win the game. As last night, Brandon Valley lived in the paint for points in the paint, transition points, and Spearfish didn't have the best showing offensively, multiple turnovers. Of course, that Brandon Valley extended 2-3 zone defense is always a problem no matter who you go up against. So see if Spearfish can try to improve on their showing offensively here today. Again, as they take on the Brandon Valley Lynx. Again, as we're going through our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. Time to look at some more stats from both teams. First, we'll look at the Spearfish Spartans, as look what they do statistically. As again, on the year, they're 4-3, 1-3 versus Class AA opponents this season, so looking to improve that average. And again, they beat Harrisburg last February in Harrisburg by a score of 61-52. Harrisburg won the previous 6 meetings before, but Spearfish has a 1-0 winning streak against Harrisburg, so see if the Lady Spartans can continue that trend. As looking at scoring for the Spartans, everything runs through number 32, and that is the Shootin' Kachutin, senior Maya Kachutin guard, leading Spearfish in shooting. She is 58% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 68% free throw shooter. She averages about 20 points per game. Right behind her was Josie Dana. She entered the weekend 42% from the floor, 22% from behind the arc, 75% free throw shooter, averaging around 12 points a game. And then the third head of the three-headed scoring monster, that's Kate Scharf. She's 43% from the floor, 33% from behind the arc, 50% free throw shooter, averaging right around 10 points a game. So you get 20 points a game roughly for Maya Kachutin. You got 12 points a game from Josie Dana, and then you get around 10 points a game from Kate Scharf. Meanwhile, rebounding-wise, best rebounder on the squad so far has been Josie Dana on the year, as she leads the team in rebounds. That's followed by Maya Kachutin, followed by Tierson Grubb. She's the second best rebounder on the team as well. And then Maya Kachutin also up there in rebounds as well. Defensively, leading the charge for Spearfish, and that will be Josie Dana, senior guard. She leads the team in defensive rebounds, steals, and blocks as well. As, again, Josie Dana, she is your standout on defense for the Spearfish Spartans. Looking at some team stats now from both teams. See where they average-wise as far as points per game, points allowed. But Spearfish comes in the contest averaging around 56.6 points per game. And it's down from their average of, actually went up from their average of 54 beginning of last night. They were allowing only 42 points per game. That average has gone up to 47 after allowing 70-plus points to Brandon Valley. Meanwhile, Harrisburg, they're not as high-flying on offense. Only 44 points per game they average, but they allow about 42. As we get ready to get going into tip-off now, as I think we have our national anthem coming up. We'll take a timeout, come back with our Dana Dental starting lineups right after this break, as you're watching Class AA basketball right here on KDSJ-TV.
American Colloid, a minerals technologies company, is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
For over 10 years, Allied Construction has been a trusted name in the Black Hills, providing top-quality construction services to our local community. We take pride in being a local business with deep roots in the area. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust us to deliver exceptional results on every project. Our team is dedicated to providing personalized service, ensuring your project gets the attention and expertise it deserves.
Check out their website today. Click alliedconstruction.com or find them on Facebook. It's not one, but two great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
Do-it-yourself made easy with help from Proline Equipment Rentals in Belle Fourche. Whether you're a full-fledged contractor or just taking care of some jobs around your home, Proline has the equipment you need. Lifts for any job, like scissor lifts, boom lifts, and man lifts. Skid steers, trenchers, backhoes, and more. Step inside to find smaller tools for do-it-yourself projects like concrete work, painting, sewer repair, and more. Call 723-7677, click ProlineEquipmentRentals.com, or stop by off North Highway 85 in Belle Fourche today.
And welcome back into the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Now we got our graphics working here on KDSJ-TV. So now we're all professional and everything like that, or try to be. We do our best with what we have. Again, up top here, the Spearfish High School gym, as it's official recognition week here for the state of South Dakota. Again, our Law on the Court, that's being brought to you by South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. As we're getting ready to announce our starting lineups, being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. As they're going through the Spearfish Spartan cheerleaders, we're going to go ahead and name our starting lineups. Again, being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish. Starters for the Harrisburg Tigers. They'll start like this. Number 1, that's Maya Johnson. She's a senior guard at 5'4". Number 3, that is Bryn Van Balkern. She is a senior guard at 5'7". Number 10, that is Logan Dernill. She's a sophomore guard at 5'6". McKinley Lawrenson, she is a senior forward at 5'10". She's wearing number 20. And then finally, number 30, that is Jada Mason, a senior forward at 5'8". And that's the starters for the Harrisburg Tigers. They're head coached by Nick Mayer. And now your starting lineups for the Spearfish Spartans. They will go as followed. It's the usual lineup. Number 3, Adeline Bowman. She's a junior guard at 5'8". Josie Dana, one of the leaders of the Big Three scoring and their defensive leader for the Spartans. She is a senior guard at 5'7", wearing the maroon number 10. Wearing the maroon number 11, that's Avery Kirk. She is quote-unquote the big man in the middle. And she's a 5'9" forward. That's a senior. Kate Scharf, the sharpshooter. She is a junior guard at 5'7", wearing the classic number 23. And then the shooting Kachutin, that is Maya Kachutin, wearing number 32, senior guard at 5'7". Head coach for the Spearfish Spartans, that is Dakota Johnson. And again, we'll see what these two teams can do. A Class AA matchup. Harrisburg receiving votes in the latest media polls for this week. Spearfish, they sit 5th after losing last night to Brandon Valley, and now we will see what they can put on the board today. Again, Spearfish scoring around 56 points per game, allowing 47. Harrisburg, they only score about 44 points per game, but they only allow around 42. As that was our Dana Dental Arts starting lineups. As we're getting ready for tip-off, we're about we're about right on time. About 5 minutes past when we're supposed to start, but no harm, no foul. Not as packed as it was last night in Spearfish, but it is not warm outside for those not in the northern Black Hills. So a lot of people are probably wanting to stay inside as Avery Kirk and Mason will tip. Win goes to Avery Kirk, and we're underway here in Spearfish at about 2:05. As we got Josie Dana on the elbow behind the arc. Spearfish did not shoot the ball well last night. As now Kate Scharf drives through the lane. She'll just go up with the right-handed layup. That's missed. Missed layups has been a kryptonite for Spearfish. We'll keep a tally on them, see how many points in the paint that Spearfish don't allow. As now Harrisburg on offense with Durnell. Now back over to Mason. There's a Van Bakern. Thought about driving, now swinging back over to Maya Johnson. Johnson thought about the drive, picked up her dribble, back out to Durnell. Durnell wants to find an open lane, pops it outside. Here's a three-pointer by Van Bakern. No good. Rebound, Josie Dana. Both teams coming up empty on the opening possession. Now here's Dana through the lane, back out to Maya Kachutin. Step back, corner three, off the rim, no good. Josie Dana not able to control the rebound, and it will go off of Dana. And it will stay with the Spartans. Interesting. I thought it went off of Josie Dana, but that's why I am... Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. McKinley Lawrenson to throw into Maya Johnson. Spearfish showing a full court man defense. As Maya Johnson, again guarded by Maya Kachutin. Spearfish, they will switch on defense, on their man defense. Here's a three by Harrisburg, no good. Maya Kachutin throws it up floor to Josie Dana. Dana in the corner, Addie Bowman. Addie Bowman backs her defender back in down low, misses the layup, and we got a jump ball. So that's two missed layups already for Spearfish down in the paint. And that was, again, one of the few reasons why they let that Brandon Valley game get away from them. As Brandon Valley, they could drive it into the paint and make those contested layups. Spearfish could do anything but offensively. And that's already two missed layups for Spearfish in this contest. Maya Johnson now guarded by Avery Kirk. Switches back over to Kachutin. Durnell. Logan Durnell, pop it back out top the key. There's Jada Mason. Now here comes Van Bakern. Here's a three at the top of the key by Harrisburg, and that breaks open the scoring for this game, as that will be Logan Durnell getting the first bucket for either team, and that'll be a three-pointer, courtesy of, again, Logan Durnell. Josie Dana electing to go baseline, gets around her defender, dribbles down low, gets it back to Maya Kachutin, who got into some traffic. Kachutin crossover, floater, misses everything, a little too strong on the floater. Maya Johnson with the rebound. Johnson on the elbow, now here's a three by Mason, banks around and swishes in for Harrisburg, and that is Jada Mason with her first bucket of the night, and that's a three. Mason is a 5'8" senior forward in Harrisburg, 14-10 last year. Ended up getting fourth in the Class AA state tournament, losing to Sioux Falls Jefferson, I do believe, in the state tournament. As now Josie Dana will be fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line. Van Bakern will pick up her first foul of the night. Shooting free throws, again, that's Josie Dana, who converts on her first one. Dana, 75% free throw shooter, so the best free throw shooter for the Spartans. And you can see right there, she swishes both of her two trips to the charity stripe. That makes it 6-2. Maya Johnson, again guarded by Kachutin, now back over to Mason. Mason. Van Bakern inside, and it's stolen away by Addie Bowman. They wanted to get inside to Lawrenson, but right there was Addie Bowman. Josie Dana now on the elbow will swing things back up to the top of the key and reset the play. Dana will now dribble to the elbow, still trying to find someone open. No one is getting open, now picks up her dribble. Maya Kachutin top of the key, guarded by Durnell. Step in, long two for Kachutin, does not go. Spearfish, other than two free throws, has a lid on the basket. There's Mason. Swings it over to Dernill. Dernill going to go baseline. Dernill steps through the defense. Can't get the layup to go. And recovered by Avery Kirk. Josie Dana through the lane. Josie Dana will just take it all the way, and she'll be blocked. Great block that time by number 3, Bryn Van Bakern. But the ball will roll out of bounds, and it will stay with Spearfish. And we got our first substitution of the game. And that'll be for the Harrisburg Tigers as Jada Mason will take a seat. Claire McCollum, sophomore forward at 5'11", tallest girl on the team. One of the 2 tallest girls on the team for Harrisburg, checks into the game. Maya Kachutin guarded closely by Dernill. In Harrisburg girls sports, very successful as, again, they steamrolled everyone in volleyball this season as Kachutin misses another floater. Still 6-2 with about 3:53 left to go in the first half. Here's a missed layup on the other end by Van Bakern. She was able to switch through the defense. Now here comes Kate Scharf, pop out. Here's a 3. Maya Kachutin off the rim, no good. Rebound battled for and eventually controlled by Harrisburg. And I believe, they'll cause a jump ball. So possession arrow will stay with the Spartans. Good hustle by Spearfish. Again, they were out-rebounded last night and really just out-physicaled in the paint by Brandon Valley, both in post points as well as drives into the paint. See if Spearfish can improve. Inside, here's Josie Dana on Van Bakern, gets too far underneath the basket. Here's Avery Kirk, three-pointer, good. Avery Kirk, not your highly established three-point shooter, but she nails one right there, and that's the first bucket for Spearfish. -2 free throws from Josie Dana, and we're back to a one-point game. Dernill, pop outside. Here's Lawrenson through the lane. Will eventually get the shot off, but she'll be fouled in the process down on the floor. McKinley Lawrenson, a senior forward at 5'10" for the Tigers. And now checking into the game, that'll be Emerson Goldaumer for Harrisburg. Goldaumer's a senior guard at 5'6". Lawrenson back outside, now into the corner to Van Bakern, and Van Bakern will step out of bounds. So great defense by Spearfish, forcing the turnover, and now Harrisburg showing a bit of full court pressure themselves. Man defense from Harrisburg. Of course, we saw that extended 2-3 zone that gave Spearfish all sorts of fits last night versus Brandon Valley. Back to a traditional man defense. Josie Dana topped the key, didn't want to really deal with it. Now Dana, underhanded layup's good. That's Josie Dana's 4th point and gives Spearfish now a 1-point lead, their first lead of the game. The biggest lead so far has been 6 for Harrisburg, and that was at the start of the contest. Van Bakern tried getting the pick and roll inside to Lawrenson. Pass was too high. Here comes Maya Kachutin. Addie Bowman, she'll let her fly from 3. Bank is not open on a Saturday. Rebounded that time by Lawrenson. Now over to Goldaumer. Van Bakern, now Lawrenson, back to Van Bakern. Here's a long 3 by Van Bakern off the back iron, no good. Right there for the rebound is Maya Kachutin, but a jump ball forced that time by Claire McCollum from Harrisburg. And now we have a few subs as coming into the game for Addie Bowman. That'll be Tierson Grubb. She is a junior center, 5'10", biggest girl on the team for the Spartans. And she will go to work on Lawrenson. This could be a pretty good matchup that we'll keep track of. Johnson guarded by Dana. Dana with the steal. You can tell that's Josie Dana's specialty, one of the defensive leaders. Here's Kate Scharf, too strong off the glass. As again, Spearfish, they're able to drive into the lane, but almost think themselves to death when it comes to points in the paint. Three-pointer from Dermill was no good. Now here's Dana. Dana, she'll take it through the paint, stop her drive, pop outside to Tierson Grubb. Back Josie Dana inside Avery Kirk. Kirk wanting to make a move, finally makes a move, goes up with the left hand, too short. Rebound, Maya Kachutin pops it back out to Josie Dana. Spearfish, they're showing much better effort on the glass as Kate Scharf misses a 3 and it will go back over to the Harrisburg Tigers. But the hustle by the Spearfish Spartans on the offensive and defensive glass, much improved from last night's outing. Spearfish still holding on to a 1-point lead. They've had 3 missed shots in the paint, as that's kind of a stat we keep track of here, as that's been kind of the kryptonite for Spearfish. Josie Dana on Goldalmer, now swings it back over to Maya Johnson, who now sets into the trap. Johnson outside, and here's Dermill, nice pass inside, and on the assist, no good. Harrisburg missing the shot underneath, getting the own rebound. That was McCollum, and now Harrisburg has a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Under 34 seconds left to go in the quarter. After a McCollum offensive rebound, giving Harrisburg a brand new setup. Here's Lawrenson. Now back over to Goldalmer. Wants to throw inside, and it's a high pass intercepted by Maya Kachutin. Kachutin with 15 seconds up floor. Avery Kirk gets the bucket. Great ball movement by the Spartans. Avery Kirk now leads all scorers with 5 points, and it's a 9-6 lead. 4 seconds left to go. Defense underneath, and that'll be a step out of bounds by Harrisburg. And that was great defense by Maya Kachutin on Emerson Goldalmer with 2 seconds left to go. Only 4 players between both teams have scored. Here's Avery Kirk, full court shot, doesn't quite have the distance. And that is the end of the first quarter here in Spearfish. It's a 3-point lead for the Spartans over the Harrisburg Tigers, a 9-6. And we'll be back with the second quarter right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. Thank you for joining us here on KDSJ-TV. We got more girls basketball action coming up after this break.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Vehicles today are complicated and expensive. The professionals at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Spearfish are here to guide you through everything automotive. From cars, trucks, and SUVs to parts and repairs, Junix takes the confusion out of automobile ownership. Enjoy the ride with Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Family owned since 1931 on West Jackson in Spearfish.
Back into the second quarter of action in Spearfish between the Harrisburg Tigers and the Spearfish Spartans. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Long 3 by Maya Kachutin is good. Maya Kachutin's first bucket comes in the second quarter. That's probably the longest she's gone the entire year without scoring a bucket. But comes up at a big time, and now Spearfish up to the biggest lead of the game. Ties the biggest lead of the game with 6. Maya Kachutin is the third Spearfish Spartan to score. They are currently being led by Avery Kirk. Here's Maya Johnson into the lane. Doesn't have a move. Now Harrisburg swinging the ball over to Van Bakkeren. Guarded by Kirk. Van Bakkeren through the lane, and Josie Dana forces the travel. As again, the defense from Spearfish showing a lot more poise after last night's performance. Quick look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Number 4 in Rapid City, Stevens up 25-12 over Sturgis. That game about to hit halftime. O'Gorman took care of Yankton today. Oh, yikes, 80-23. Here's Kate Scharf, three-pointer. Back off the rim, no good. Mike Kachutin, though, with the rebound. Spearfish, again, they have been dominating the boards so far in the game. Josie Dana. They want to go inside to Grubb, but Grubb's not able to find position. Now here's Avery Kirk through the lane, and bounce pass behind Josie Dana and falls right into the hands of Jada Mason. Avery Kirk will then guard Mason. Now they want to go inside to Lawrenson, who has Kate Scharf on her. Now over to Van Bakern. Back over to Lawrenson. She's going to guarded by Kate Scharf. Lawrenson, step back over to Dermill. Three-pointer by Harrisburg, up no good. Rebound goes right to Josie Dana. Now Spearfish will push. Here comes Micah Chutin. Euro step blocked. It gets right back over to Micah Chutin, and Spearfish will set up on offense. Here's an Avery Kirk three-pointer, back iron, no good, and Dermill with the rebound. Yes, Harrisburg, they do have some height. Maya Johnson, the point guard for Spearfish, now guarded by Grubb, and Johnson will be fouled heading to the bucket, and she'll head to the free throw line. Believe they'll catch the foul on Tierson Grubb, and that'll be her first. Gives us a chance to look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Some more in girls basketball action. Brandon Valley took care of Douglas today, 70-21. And then in Class A action, Hill City currently leading Sundance, Wyoming, 35-31. Both free throws go for Johnson. Her first 2 points of the night, or this afternoon. Addie Bowman back in the game for Spearfish, wanting to find someone open. Now Josie Dana thought about going inside to Grubb. Grubb doing work on Lawrenson. Scharf getting pressure by Johnson. Now back over to Josie Dana. Dana only had, I believe, 2 points last night versus Brandon Valley. Now here's Addie Bowman through the lane, pops out to Scharf. Scharf with 1 second, long three off the rim, no good, and that's a shot clock violation. Spearfish patient on offense, almost too patient, as Kate Scharf had to force up a shot and proved no dice. So Harrisburg, after getting 2 points last trip to this side of the basket, see what they can do in this offensive drive. Maya Johnson trying to catch Josie Dana with a fast one. Dana's not biting. Now here's Dermill outside. Van Bakern over to Johnson. Johnson still trying to make a move on Kate Scharf. Johnson has it tied up momentarily, and that's a jump ball. It will stay with Harrisburg, but Josie Dana with the quick hands. She had gotten foul trouble last night versus Brandon Valley. She didn't play much of the game. And again, I think only had 2 points in the contest as well. Lawrenson now back outside to Van Bakern. Mason over to Dermill. Dermill with the time running out. Here's Johnson inside. Here's Lawrenson. Lawrenson doesn't get the shot clock off. Gets to get the shot off. It's a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Spartans, and they force a shot clock violation themselves, and just in time. As here's Dana getting the inbounds pass. Sets it over to Scharf. The sharpshooter still trying to find her first points of the night. Here's Maya Kachutin, top the key, all by herself. Three-pointer. You can't leave her that open, folks. She will make you pay all day and half of tomorrow. As Maya Kachutin, after not scoring a bucket in the first quarter, already now the point leader in the game. And now we got a turnover of a high pass inside by Harrisburg. Forces another turnover and a timeout. And head coach Nick Mayer wants to talk about it. 4:02 left to go in the half. It's Spearfish 15, Harrisburg 8. And we'll be back after this 30-second timeout right here on KDSJ-TV.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
And after that timeout, taken by Harrisburg, here's Addie Bowman trying to get across the timeline, and she does. Great defense by Mason, and now Micah Chutin sets up the offense. She'll first swing it to the left to Josie Dana on the elbow. Callie Reiners makes an appearance for the Spartans as well. She's into the game now for Kate Scharf. Here's Micah Chutin with a missed point in the paint. And I believe that foul will be against Micah Chutin on the rebound. No, they're going to catch Tierson Grubb. So Tierson will pick up her second foul, so she'll stroll on over to the bench. And Avery Kirk will come in to replace her, and she'll have a date down low with McKinley Lawrenson. Here's Dermill doing work on Kirk, and Kirk's playing some great defense. Now here's Lawrenson, who thought about driving and will pop it back out. Dermill through the lane, pulls up momentarily. Here over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Dana. Johnson through the lane, up off the glass, no good. Right there for the rebounds, Callie Reiners. Spearfish being stout in the paint, especially with their tallest girl, Tierson Grubb, in foul trouble. Here's a down low move by Josie Dana's no good. The fifth missed point in the paint for Spearfish. Dermill thought about the three, takes the three, misses the three, and 32 in maroon. That's Kachutin with the rebound. They're going to run. Here's Addie Bowman. Tip over to Kirk outside. Josie Dana, three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Rebound, Maya Kachutin, and that forces a jump ball, and it will go to Harrisburg. Or is it? No, they're going to call a foul. That foul will be on Lawrenson, her first. Entering the game is Bria Miller, sophomore guard for Harrisburg. Man, they are very sophomore heavy. 8 sophomores I count on this team for Harrisburg. Spearfish didn't do much on the inbounds play, so now Harrisburg will set things up with about 2:20 left to go in the half. Again, coming up, we'll have our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Recap this first half of action. Look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard and get ready for the boys contest. That will be immediately following this game here on KDSJ-TV. Thanks to more of our sponsors, including Pillin Optical, celebrating 50 years in Rapid City. Tropical Smoothie for giving us our KDSJ Sports replay. Also want to thank Dana Denlars for our starting lineups, and then the next break we'll go to our matchup menu. That's being brought to you by South Dakota Beef Logic. Josie Dana. Nice little layup. Confidence booster for getting the points in the paint for Spearfish, as that's her 6th point. She ties Maya Kachutin for the game lead, and then on the other side, that is Lawrenson with her first 2 points of the night. Maya Kachutin on the other side, missing another layup, and now Harrisburg will run with it. And then the slight hand in the dribbling area of Miller, that forces the travel. So good defense by Callie Reiners. Josie Dana dribbles to the top of the key, now inside Reiners. Reiners didn't like it, pops it back out over to Dana, swings it over to Scharf. Scharf trying to find something open, and we got a foul on Lawrenson. As Avery Kirk setting the screen, and Lawrenson picks up 2 quick fouls, so she'll head to the bench, and Jada Mason will come in to replace Lawrenson. Callie Reiners to throw in the inbounds play. High pass, that's tipped momentarily, but Avery Kirk's right there to recover what would have been a wayward pass. See if Spearfish can get something set up on offense. Here's a Scharf through the lane, up and good. Kate Scharf, the sharpshooter, gets her first 2 points of the night. And now it's 19-10. Mason over to Van Balkern. 3-pointer back iron, no good. Tipped outside, here's Mason. Mason wants to go through the lane. Mason, hook layup, no good. Here's Kate Scharf with the rebound. Harrisburg goes 0 for 2 for that possession. Now Spearfish over inside. Reiners pass too tall for Avery Kirk. Good ball movement by Spearfish, but Reiners put a little too much air on the pass inside to Avery Kirk. And we have a few more substitutions for Harrisburg. Maya Johnson and McKinley Lawrenson both enter the game for Spearfish. There's 40 seconds left to go. Both teams relatively good defensively. Harrisburg only allowing 42 points per game. Spearfish allowing 47. We might maybe hit 30 in this contest. Both teams played last night. Spearfish late last night. As we got an Adeline Bowman steal momentarily. It goes off of Avery Kirk, rolls out of bounds, and it will go over to Harrisburg. Good hustle by Addie Bowman. But I was stating earlier, last night's games went late. I think the boys' game didn't get done until like quarter till 10. The girls' game was supposed to start at 6. It got started about quarter after 7. And both games were physical, as physical could be. Maya Johnson on Dana. Now here's Lawrenson. Van Bakkern, she will let her fly from 3. Doesn't get it to go, and rebound to Josie Dana. Buzzer beater is no good from Josie Dana at the half, and that is halftime. With a 9-point lead for the Spartans, they add 10 points to their scoring total to get to 19. Harrisburg only scored 4 points that whole quarter. Anyways, it's halftime here from the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. We'll be back with our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show, recap the first half of action, and look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, look at some highlights and more as you're watching Spearfish High School basketball, Class AA basketball, only on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Drive it on to victory with the Granite Home Team at Granite Automotive. Making all the right moves and scoring points for a better customer experience is a true team effort. From sales to finance, showroom to service, every Granite Home Team member has a role to play and a job to perform to make sure your next buying experience is your best buying experience. Enthusiastically on your side. Drive Granite. Go team. Go Granite. Buick, Nissan, GMC. Rapid City. Click drivegranite.com.
For nearly 50 years, Low Roofing Incorporated has been the trusted name in commercial roofing across western South Dakota and eastern Wyoming. Family owned and operated since 1975, they bring quality craftsmanship and reliable service to every project, big or small. From repairs to new installations, Low Roofing Incorporated covers it all. Protect your business with the experts who care and products that last. Call 1-800-658-4543. Low Roofing Incorporated, building a legacy of trust, one roof at a time.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of Pillin Optical. Since 1974, Pillin has dedicated its business to serving the community with quality eye care at a great price. The inventory has grown, giving you the widest selection of frames while maintaining the best prices for your family eye care needs. Your family is special, and Pillin Optical wants you to enjoy every minute clearly with them. After all, at Pillin Optical, quality eye care and customer service is the most important thing next to your sight. Pillin Optical, family owned for 50 years, 409 Kansas City Street.
Welcome back to Spearfish, where the Spartans, they lead the Harrisburg Tigers at halftime 19-10, as it's our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show being brought to you by Wolves Plumbing and Heating in Spearfish. As you can give them a call at 642-5755 or see more at wolfph.com. Again, here from the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth atop of the Spearfish High School gym, where the Spartans hold on to a 9-point lead at 19-10 in a very low-scoring game. here on KDSJ-TV. Clayson Davis calling the action from the, again, Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. As looking at the first half worth of action, looking at some of the highlights I also had as well, some of the replays. Again, being brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish off exit 14, just down from the Holiday Inn. But scoring got going early for Harrisburg as hitting the tray. That was Jada Mason. She had 3 points in the first half. Spearfish really had a hard time getting anything going offensively. They seemed to have a lid on their basket until Avery Kirk broke open the scoring for Spearfish. As the biggest lead of the game before this half was 6. Harrisburg got off to a 6-0 start before Spearfish quickly came back and took a 1-point lead after 3 points from Avery Kirk and 2 points from Josie Dana. Then in the second quarter, Micah Chutin, who, interesting enough, didn't score a single bucket in the entire first quarter. Well, she lit up with 2 3-pointers, so she's up to 6 points, tying Josie Dana for the game-high lead. As Micah Chutin has 6 points at the half. And problem for Harrisburg because they just couldn't get any shots to fall. I think they've hit, 1 or 2 3-pointers the game. They've attempted about 4 times as many, and nothing's really falling for Harrisburg. They've had open looks in the paint, and that's where Spearfish has struggled, especially last night versus Brandon Valley, but the Spartans have been doing a much, much better job improving in the paint with defense. And had 5 missed shots in the paint for Spearfish, so not what head coach Dakota Johnson would like to see, but still a lot better than last night. As we look at scoring for both teams, first for Harrisburg, they are led by Logan Dernill and Jada Mason, both with 3 points. Maya Johnson with 2, McKinley Lawrenson with 2. That's how you get to 10 points for Harrisburg. 4 ball club players scored for the Tigers. And meanwhile, Spearfish, the Spartans, they are led by both Micah Chutin and Josie Dana with 6 points apiece. Then Avery Kirk has 5. And Kate Scharf has a bucket. That's a look at scoring. Here, part of the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram score. That's actually coming up next. Our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. I had my morning show this morning, so I kept going to the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. And we'll do that next, along with our matchup menu being brought to you by South Dakota Beef Logic. Those are both coming up next as we continue with our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show after this break right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
For over 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
The Goldust Casino invites you to try the new menu items now being offered at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. Watch the action as you dine inside the Goldust Casino with tables overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 210 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. And use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting goldustdeadwood.com.
Are you looking to start your new year with a new career? Pipeline Plastics in Belfouche is hiring extrusion and grinder technicians for day and night shifts. If you like the idea of working 6 months and getting paid for the full year, go online to pipe.us/careers and apply now. No experience necessary. They offer competitive pay starting at $20 an hour, great benefits, and much more, including quarterly bonuses. Go online to pipe.us/careers or call 605-892-0500 to apply today. Again, that's pipe.us/careers. careers.
I own this shop and an electric co-op.
We own this ranch.
And we also own an electric co-op.
I own this house along with electric co-op.
Grand Electric Cooperative is owned by our members.
I own this barbershop and an electric co-op.
Together, we're partners in keeping our corners of South Dakota vibrant. So go ahead and use your energy to own your day.
Welcome back to the Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. As, again, the Spearfish Spartans holding on to a 9-point lead at halftime by a score of 19-10. It's time to look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. And also our matchup menu being brought to you by South Dakota Beef Logic. Looking at the matchup menu, Sundance is at Hill City. New Underwood and Edgemont played in the consolidation bracket of the West River Tournament. Harding County is at the Corn Palace taking on Hitchcock-Tulare, part of the Hanson Classic in Mitchell today. O'Gorman beat up on Yankton earlier today as well. Newell's taking on Hot Springs in the Monument Ice Arena for the third and fourth place game in the West River Tournament. Bowman County is hosting Belle Fourche. Also part of the Hanson Classic, and that's St. Thomas More taking on Lennox. Brandon Valley beat up on Douglas. Rapid City Stevens is at Sturgis. Rapid City Christian at Sioux Falls Christian. Could be a good battle there. Lemon hosting Dupree right here on KDSJ-TV. Spearfish hosting Harrisburg. Aberdeen Central hosting T-Area. Faith is taking on Upton for the 5th and 6th place games. Nope, that's the championship game for the West River Tournament. And then Walls hosting Lee Deadwood today. And Red Cloud is taking on Vermilion, also part of that Hanson Classic. As we're back underway here in the third quarter, there's a bucket by Harrisburg. Break open scoring. Here's Addie Bowman from 3, misses. And the battle for the rebound, that is controlled by eventually Addie Bowman. Here's Bowman, step in. Will pop back out over to Avery Kirk. Josie Dana now over to Micah Chutin. As I believe that bucket was put up by Mackenzie Lawrenson. She's up to 4 points. Spearfish coming up empty on that possession. As about a minute and a half gone by in the third quarter. Starters for both teams on the floor. Now inside, there's Mason. Mason into the corner. That's Dernill. Dernill, three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Great box out underneath. Almost 2 got a box out as they're going to catch Kate Scharf with too much of a hold on the box out. And another possession for the Harrisburg Tigers. They're bailed out by an off-the-ball rebound from Kate Scharf. Inside to Lawrenson. Hook shot off the back glass. Good. And Lawrenson now up to 6 points in the game. Spearfish looking at a 4-0 scoring run for Harrisburg right now. Micah Chutin pulls up over to Adeline Bowman on the high post. Throws inside. Here's Josie Dana. Dana reverse layup, and that's good. Dana breaks the scoring tie with Micah Chutin getting the bucket. She's now up to 8 points. Quadruples her total from last night. And it's now 21-14, still a 7-point lead. Johnson gets back down to the lane, loses her footing, and gets over to Dermill. Dermill stops momentarily. Johnson tops the key now. As now inside, there's Lawrenson. Work on Kirk. Lawrenson off the glass and good. Lawrenson now up to 8 points as well. So Lawrenson has came out of the blocks with 6 straight points for Spearfish, and Micah Chutin not able to control the pass, and that will be a turnover for the Spartans. Tierson Grubb enters the game for the Spartans as they see that 6-0 scoring run put up by Lawrenson, and Tierson's like, all right, I need to do something about it. Here's Dermill in the corner to Johnson. Johnson on the elbow, swings it back over to Mason. Over to Harrisburg. Three-pointer no good by Van Bakern. And then off of Grubb. Great hustle by Mason to knock it off of Tierson Grubb, and that will give Harrisburg another possession. So after Spearfish seemed to out-hustle Harrisburg in the first half, right now the Tigers are out-hustling Spearfish to start the second half. And right on cue, there's a steal by Addie Bowman. Just fighting to get possession. Now here comes Josie Dana. Handoff over to Maya Kachutin. Kachutin thought about the step back. Here it is. Step back. Three-pointer. It's almost routine for Maya Kachutin. She now has the game-high 9 points, and it's 24-16 Spearfish. Lawrenson. High pass deflected momentarily, but it's eventually controlled by Dermill. And Dermill is having trouble finding someone open, and that's enough for head coach Nick Mayer to call a timeout. We'll keep it right here if it's a 30-second. It is not a 30-second. It is a minute, so we'll take a break. 4:12 left to go into the third quarter. It's the Spearfish Spartans holding on to a 24-16 lead. The lead is 8, and we're back with the rest of the third quarter after this 1-minute timeout.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard, loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Powder River Energy, serving Northeast Wyoming since 1946.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The new Kubota MX Series has a lot to offer, including the versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade roads, and clear brush and snow. An optional spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. A front-end loader with excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and affordably priced. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. See Butte County Equipment, located on U.S. Highway 212, Belle-Fourche, or go online to automotivecompanyinc.com. Jake's Collision Repair.
And right before we came back from that timeout, Tierson Grubb getting a steal and a bucket for Spearfish, pushing the lead now up to 10. This is the biggest lead of the game. Here's a high pass going into the corner as Johnson was in all sorts of trouble. And that timeout by head coach Nick Mayer is not really paying off right now. As Johnson will take a seat, Mason will take a seat, and into the game now for Harrisburg, that's Claire McCollum, and into the game is number 4, Emerson Goldammer. Here's Josie Dana, gets a double screen from her teammates, now back over to Kate Scharf. Didn't like the opportunity. I think Spearfish wants to let her fly from 3 and let Tierson Grubb just do battle on the inside. Here's now Maya Kachutin with Grubb trying to set a screen. Kachutin with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Kachutin left hand rolls out no good. Lawrenson snags the rebound. Harrisburg again down by 10. And that's a big part of it. There's a steal by Maya Kachutin up to Addie Bowman. Bowman layup good. Spearfish had issues last night handling the ball pressure of Brandon Valley, and now I think that's lit a fire underneath Spearfish because now their defense this game has been stellar. Here's a 3. Here's the good old announcer jinx. Big 3 that time from Harrisburg. That is Jernil, her 6th point. On the other side, 0 for 2, that is by Adeline Bowman. As now the lead's back to 9. Here's Lawrenson through the lane and gets the bucket to fall. Lawrenson now up to 10 points. So now the lead is 7 for Spearfish. 5-0 run for Harrisburg. Spearfish has had open looks. Kachutin dribbles in now pops it out to Dana. And Dana will get fouled heading to the line. They're going to catch Brandon Van Bakern with her second foul. Van Bakern, a senior guard. 5 seniors for the Harrisburg Tigers, and they all play. And the 75% free throw shooter, that is Josie Dana, gets the first one to fall. Ties Maya Kachutin for the game-high lead in points with 9, and that one touched every inch of the rim and the top of the backboard. And in, second one does not follow suit. Harrisburg wasted no time getting across the timeline. Inside, spin move, no good. Into the game for the first time for Harrisburg. That was number 24, Autumn Bryant, a junior guard at 5'8". Had position underneath, but a little too far out of control, and she gets too far underneath the basket and doesn't get the bucket. Tierson Grubb throw into Josie Dana. Dana crossing the timeline. She isn't stopping, goes all the way off the glass, no good. Tierson Grubb with the rebound, she's fouled. And that will be Lawrenson's third. Lorenzen. I was saying Lorenzen the whole time, so I apologize. Lorenzen, third foul. As Tierson Grubb's first free throw is true, her first point of the night. Second one follows suit. Her second point of the night. Spearfish back up to a 10-point lead. And a big part of that's been Josie Dana on the defensive side, forcing turnovers for the Spartans. There's Lorenzen up off the glass, and she is on fire for Harrisburg. As she gets another bucket. Here's a pop-out corner three. Kate Scharf, the sharpshooter, finally hits from deep. And a timeout on the floor. Take a look at that one on the KDSJ Tropical Smoothie Sports replay. Nice play by Mike Kachutin driving into the lane. Finds an open Kate Scharf. Okay, I guess I didn't get that one on the replay. That's unfortunate. Instead you get to see an Addie Bowman free throw. I apologize to the Scharf family that might be watching on KDSJ-TV. But either way, timeout on the floor. It is an 11-point lead for the Spartans. And we'll be back after this timeout right here on KDSJ-TV.
Sharing the good news, feeding the world, or connecting you with anyone, anytime you need. That's what we do at West River Cooperative Telephone Company. Over the past 70 years, we've grown and evolved, but our mission has always been the same. We're here to bring you together, no matter the distance.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
After that timeout, Spearfish on to an 11-point lead with about a minute left to go in the third quarter. Thanks to more of our sponsors, including American Colloid Minerals Technology, as well as the Auto Doctor, Tropical Smoothie, Grand Electric, West River Telephone Cooperative, and more for giving us KDSJ Sports. Nice dribble drive and score from Autumn Bryant, her first point of the evening. Back to now to a 9-point lead. Avery Kirk inside. Josie Dana into some traffic. Dribbles out of it and causing the foul on Autumn Bryant. It'll be her first foul. Team third. It's been a relatively clean game so far. Lorenzen will hit the bench. She has 10 points and 3 fouls. Tierson Grubb back out to Avery Kirk inside. Tierson Grubb. Grubb doing work on Mason. Partially blocked. Good defense by Mason. Shot clock turned off for Harrisburg, and they see if they'll play for the final shot with 20 seconds left to go. Mason guarded by Tierson Grubb. Now here's Austin Bryant, and she will cause the offensive foul as Tierson Grubb hits the deck. And that is quick 2 fouls for Autumn Bryant. I think I said Austin Bryant. I don't even know an Austin Bryant. So a turnover by Harrisburg gives Micah Chutin 7 seconds to take the final shot. Avery Kirk coming up to set a screen. Micah Chutin, floater at the buzzer. It's good. And Micah Chutin ends the quarter on a high note for Spearfish. She's now up to 11 points to lead all scorers. And Micah Chutin, cool, calm, and collective, getting the bucket to go for the Spartans. And that will do it for the third quarter. Fourth quarter action coming up next right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube. We got a good one and a good finish right here on our YouTube channel. Again, fourth quarter action coming up next right here on KDSJ-TV.
Built their reputation by offering the highest quality, guaranteed repairs in the area. Satisfied customers returned again and again for everything from collision repair to custom paint, glass and windshield, and the best hail repair in the region. They're preferred by most insurance companies and work with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair of Spearfish and Sturgis. Give them a Google today for the best repair on your vehicle, guaranteed.
Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is everywhere you need us to be. On the sidelines, supporting our local athletes, at our clinic locations throughout the region, and at our Ortho Express walk-in clinic when you don't have time to wait. We're here when you need us, working as a team to make your comeback stronger than ever. Getting stronger, getting better, getting you back to your best self. The life of an athlete has its uncertainties, wins and losses, injury and recovery. In the Black Hills area, athletes can always count on Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for whatever moves you.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter and the game one of our doubleheader on KDSJ-TV as Micah Chutin steal up floor to Josie Dana. That will be quickly stopped due to a foul. And again, a quick steal by Micah Chutin. The Spearfish defense has really came to life this game as they were the ones that were committing all the turnovers last night. They're the one causing all the turnovers here this afternoon. Micah Chutin in the corner, loses her dribble, now has to throw it inside. Avery Kirk, guarded by Lorenzen. Not Lorenzen. Tierson Grubb thought about the shot, thought about driving, forgot to think about dribbling in the process as she travels. Lorenzen will cross the timeline, and she'll draw the attention of Tierson Grubb. Lorenzen leads the Tigers with 10 points. Dermill, who's guarded by Kate Scharf, throws it over to Johnson, who's back in the game. Back out. Here's Van Bockern. Johnson swings it over to Mason. Back over to Johnson. Johnson will drive through the lane, stop at the half court at the free throw line. Mason, corner. Here's Van Bockern. Long three. She still can't get anything to go from behind the arc. And Tierson Grubb controls the rebound. As Spearfish went from 19 to 36 points in just one quarter as Tierson Grubb gets her shot stripped away. And a great defensive effort by Josie Dana, not allowing the lob down below the basket. As Harrisburg will keep possession, but it's not a transition opportunity. Mason over to Dermill, thought about going inside. Dermill has hit the three a few times. Here's Lorenzen. Back out, Dermill. Elbow three, off back iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Mason, goes straight to Van Bockern, and we have a foul underneath, and I believe that'll be Josie Dana, the guilty party. It is Dana, her first. She's got 9 points on the game, and that was her first foul. 10 total stats for number 10. As now Adeline Bowman will replace Tierson Grubb. 36-25 with 6:22 left to go in the game. Again, after this one, we'll have a quick post-game show. End the girls' stream before we head back over to the boys' stream for the Harrisburg, number 4 ranked Harrisburg Tigers and the number 5 Spearfish Spartans. Johnson can't get the bucket to go, but right there for the rebound was Harrisburg. Another missed shot, another rebound by Harrisburg, and then finally Van Bokern drives through the lane to head to the charity stripe for 2. But that was 2 straight offensive boards for Harrisburg, and finally it was Van Bokern who's still looking for her first points of the night. And she'll continue to look for her first points of the night after that first missed free throw. Thanking more of our sponsors, including the Gold Dust, Maverick Steakhouse, Millstone Family Restaurant, and Proline Equipment Rentals. Maya Kachutin up through the lane, fouled, and the shot will go. Maya Kachutin starting to put her stamp of approval on the game. Started off slow in scoring, and then a nice little Euro step to draw the foul, get the bucket, and head to the free throw line for 1. So that foul will be the 4th on Van Bokern. I didn't realize she had 4 fouls already. Kachutin, that was her 14th point of the night, leads all scorers. And now a 14-point lead for Spearfish, the largest lead of the night. Johnson over to Mason. Cross-court pass, but it goes straight to Addie Bowman. Knocks it out of her hands over to Kate Scharf. Long to Kachutin. And ladies and gentlemen, she's on fire. 3-pointer, Maya Kachutin, timeout Harrisburg, 42-25. As Spearfish, the scoring run continues here in the 4th quarter as Maya Kachutin jumps up to now 17 points on the contest. Pretty early candidate for our superior performance of the game. That'll be in our post-game show, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions and Spearfish. Talent on the floor, we'll take one with them. 5:34 left to go in the game. Spearfish holding on to a 42-25 lead. We're back after this short break.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
And after that quick timeout, Clayson Davis with you with KDSJ-TV. After the conclusion of this game, we'll have our KDSJ Sports post-game report, name our superior performer of the game, and then get ready to switch streams, head over to the boys' side, and give you a top 5 battle in Class AA as the number 4 Harrisburg Tigers pay a visit to the number 5 Spearfish Spartans. Lorenzen just crossing the timeline as Johnson about committed an over and back call with the pass. Kate Scharf tried going for the steal on DeMille, but too slow. Now here's Mason over to Johnson. Almost a zone defense put on by the Spartans, and that causes a steal. Spearfish with a little bit of zone themselves. Here is Addie Bowman in the lane, too strong. Avery Kirk with the putbacks right there. Kirk's first point since the first quarter. Now 25 to 44. Lorenzen over to Johnson. Johnson has only 2 points on the night. And Addie Bowman a little too aggressive on the defense on DeMille, and she'll be caught with the guilty party. Addie Bowman, her first foul as Kate Scharf will take a seat. And into the game is Tierson Grubb, as you see on our KDSJ Sports Tropical Smoothie Sports replay. The putback by Avery Kirk. She's up to 7 points now in the game. Dermill, step back 3, front iron no good. And we got a hold underneath on Maya Kachutin. And head coach Dakota Johnson is not happy with that. As Johnson thought that was a pretty good box out, and the referees thought that was a hold. Inside, Lorenzen, up strong, not there. Meanwhile, on the other side, rebound to put back no good by McCollum, and Spearfish with the rebound. Up floor, here is Addie Bowman. Layup good for Addie Bowman. Bowman's now up to 4 points. It's 46-25. Into the game is Lincoln Tryon for Harrisburg, and we got a traveling call on the other end by Harrisburg's Logan Dernill. So with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, kind of a slow-moving fourth quarter, Josie Dana gets the inbound pass from Kachutin, and Spearfish holding on to a 21-point lead. Largest lead of the night. And we got a 30-second timeout by head coach Dakota Johnson, and Spearfish Spartans will actually keep it right here. Take a look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. As Rapid City Stevens took care of Sturgis 60-33 today. It was O'Gorman dominating Yankton. O'Gorman showing why they're the #1 team in the state, 80-23. Brandon Valley all over Douglas today, 70-21. Aberdeen Central leading T area, 39-29. Check out the West River Tournament update as, again, Edgemont beats New Underwood 29-16, 29-26. No score update yet from Newell and Hot Springs and Faith and Upton. Let's check out the Hanson Classic at the Corn Palace. Harding County beats Hitchcock Tulare tonight, this afternoon, 47-40. St. Thomas More drops a contest to Lennox by 10, 48-38. Later on tonight, we'll have #2 Vermilion and #3 Red Cloud in the Corn Palace. As we're back in action here in Spearfish, after that Dakota Johnson timeout, Dana over to Maya Kachutin. Kachutin through the lane, pops out. Here's Addie Bowman, three-pointer off the back rim, no good. Rebound by Harrisburg's Brea Miller. Harrisburg now on offense, needing some points, and need it badly. Here's Lorenzen. Lob over to Miller. Miller stopped on the baseline by Addie Bowman, gets herself into some trouble. Now Dermill over to Lorenzen. Good defense by Tierson Grubb. Here's Lorenzen. She'll pop a corner three. Rolls around, no good. Rebound by Harrisburg. Put back, no good. And the rebound finally goes to Avery Kirk, as we're keeping track of Spearfish missed points in the paint in the first half. I think Harrisburg has had a much worse night inside the paint, or just a worse night shooting in general. As a turnover by Spearfish, gets it back over to Harrisburg as Miller tried throwing it over to Lincoln Tryon, but the ball's knocked out of bounds. The sharpshooter, Cape Sharp, back into the game now for Adeline Bowman. There's Bria Miller. She gets the attention of Josie Dana inside. Here's Lorenzen. Lorenzen loses it and will go out of bounds. It was not deflected. It just went off of her foot and will roll out of the baseline. Full court pressure put on by Harrisburg, and that forces a steal. As now there's Dernill, three-pointer up, no good. Rebound again by Harrisburg. Put back, no good. Another rebound, and nope, a jump ball call on the floor between Claire McCollum and Maya Kachutin. Head coach Dakota Johnson wants an over-the-back call as a baseball pass up to Kate Scharf is too strong. Harrisburg starting to fluster Spearfish again. Here comes Lorenzen through the lane, too strong, no good. And right there is Josie Dana with the rebound. Under 2 minutes left to go in the game. Again, our KDSJ Sports post-game report will conclude this contest. We'll name our superior performer of the game, look at scoring, recap, and get you ready for the boys matchup, as it's a quick turnaround in between girls and boys basketball, and it could be a good one, as the Spearfish Spartans, they were cold last night in Brandon Valley, as the temperature was reflective of their shooting. It was ice cold, as it's pretty chilly here in Spearfish. See if they improve on their performance from last night, and hopefully they can stay in the top 5 ranked in the state, as Avery Kirk forcing a steal over to Maya Kachutin. As the Spartans now run with it, Kachutin will pull up the fast break over to Kate Scharf. Scharf will now look inside to Tierson Grubb. Grubb gets double teamed right away over to Maya Kachutin. Kachutin will just reset the play altogether with 15 seconds left to go. Kachutin will just pop the 3. Rolls around, no good. Avery Kirk with the putback. No good. Too strong off the glass. Might have been partially blocked as well. And Lorenzen with the rebound. She's just going to take it herself. Up, scoop, no good. There's McCollum with the putback and good. And that is now a full-on substitution for Harrisburg, as Claire McCollum gets her first 2 points of the night. 46-27. Spearfish will look to improve to now 5-3, as now we got subs all across the board. And for Spearfish, that is Callie Reiners, that is Sierra Sanford, Dagan Muchler, Taylor Vito, both juniors in the game for Spearfish, and also Lainey Ewing in for the Spartans. Also got a mass substitution for Harrisburg as well. I just can't look at the names and call the game at the same time. Sanford in the corner. There is Vito. Inside, Lainey Ewing. Ewing makes a move, goes up strong with the left hand, can't get the ball to fall. Rebound by Lincoln Tryon. Nope, excuse me, that was Taylor Nedved. Now with 7 seconds left to go, here's Flanagan. Over to Geddes inside. Here's a Shelsky shot, no good. And that will do it in Spearfish. The Spartans go 1-1 on the weekend. They lost a bloodbath last night. It was a fight to the end. And then today they come up victorious versus a Class AA opponent in the Harrisburg Tigers by a score of 46-27 by a dominant defensive effort by the Spartans. Anyway, we will take a timeout, come back with our KDSJ Sports post-game report, look at the stats, name our player of the game, and get you ready to go for the boys action. That's all coming up next right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.
Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
American Colloid, a minerals technologies company, is not only part of the community we live in, they are the community. Bentonite clay, mined right here in our own backyard near Belfouche in Colony, Wyoming, provides a contributing factor to this area's economic success. This unique product has a huge range of uses, from the main component in cat litter to health and beauty products, pharmaceuticals, and more. It's all produced right here in all of our community. American Colloid Company, working together, winning together.
For over 10 years, Allied Construction has been a trusted name in the Black Hills, providing top-quality construction services to our local community. We take pride in being a local business with deep roots in the area. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust us to deliver exceptional results on every project. Our team is dedicated to providing personalized service, ensuring your project gets the attention and expertise it deserves.
Check out their website today. Click alliedconstruction.com or find them on Facebook.
And welcome back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth here atop the Spearfish High School gym, as we've reached one final here in our doubleheader today, and that was the Spearfish Spartans going 1-on-1 on the weekend as they beat the Harrisburg Tigers by a score of 46-27. We'll look at some stats real quick. Scoring for first Harrisburg, they were led by McKinley Lorenzen. She had 12 points in the contest. The next scorer was Logan Durnell with 6. Then Jada Mason had 3. Autumn Bryant, Carly McCollum, Maya Johnson all had 2. To get a total of roughly 27 for Spearfish. For Harding County. Wow. Holy cow. Harrisburg. Meanwhile, for the Spartans, they were led by, shocker, Maya Kachutin. She had 17 points on the game. Josie Dana had 9. Avery Kirk had 7. Adeline Bowman had 4. Tiershin Grubb with 2. Kate Scharf, I believe, finished with 2 points. Again, I don't know how entirely close I was in scoring-wise. And again, all these stats are unofficial. But in the end, it was the Spearfish Spartans prevailing over the Harrisburg Tigers by a score of 46-27. It's time to name our Superior Performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Give them a call at 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com. And, we could give it to Maya Kachutin. We could give it to her every game if we wanted to. We're going to give it to someone else. And normally if we give it to this player, past 2 times they've lost the game. Well, not today. As it's Josie Dana getting our Superior Performance, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions. She was the catalyst to the defensive effort for Spearfish that really got the game out of hand in the second half. She also was second in scoring with 9 points, but the defensive leader for the Spartans came up big after a rough showing last night. She made up for it and then some, as Josie Dana is awarded our Superior Performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions. A look at the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard shows Spearfish 46, Harrisburg 27, as Spearfish will improve to now 5-3, and they will be hosting a red-hot Red Cloud team here in Spearfish Tuesday night. Harrisburg, they drop to now 5-3. Look at their schedule. And next they will be hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Sioux Falls Jefferson before hosting Brookings. Then at Millard North, Nebraska. That's a Class A school in the state of Nebraska, which is the highest classification in Nebraska. It's about the equivalent of AAA, except there's multiple classifications in Nebraska, only 3 here in South Dakota. And then they'll host T-Area to kick off the month of February. Again, the Spartans, they will host Red Cloud, host St. Thomas More, 2 really tough games in Class A opponents. As again, if you want to host a Sodak 16 game, you almost can't afford to lose to Class A opponents. Then at Rapid City Central, and then at Lead Deadwood. As that'll do it for the girls' stream. Stay on KDSJ-TV, as on the other side of this, we'll head over to the boys' side and get ready to get things going on the boys matchup between the number 4 ranked Harrisburg Tigers and the number 5 ranked Spearfish Spartans. As we'll have that Jake's Collision Repair countdown, the tip-off up next right here on KDSJ-TV. That'll end this stream. Again, go to KDSJ-TV on YouTube, and you will find us on the boys stream, and we'll see you on the other side. Clayson Davis here in Spearfish with Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader up next on KDSJ-TV on YouTube.